So let's define conversational commerce. One way of sort of thinking about what a commerce engine ought to do is you take in a prompt, and in response to that prompt, you return a bunch of products. So historically, the prompt could have been, I search for butter dress, or something like that, right? Something short, pithy, whatever. And then you get a collection, if it works well, you get a collection of these yellow dresses. So conversational commerce, one way of sort of thinking about it very simply is that, no, you don't search for butter dress. You've kind of given me like this whole context, right? You've told me that, you're a bridesmaid and you're doing all these other things and, what have you, and you need a dress, right? And out of that comes back, here's all these dresses, butter is a popular color, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so a more complicated prompt. Traditionally, why has this not been such a big deal? Right? This has not been such a big deal because people don't have the time to type in these long things, or they've not. And why have they not? Because if they did, they wouldn't really get anything useful back. How has this changed with generative AI, right? So today, you spend a lot of time inside ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity actually typing a bunch of stuff, right? And why do you do this? You do this because it basically takes a lot of the research out of the equation. Right? You're able to tell it something meaningful, not something pithy, and get something useful back. So now all of a sudden we have a source, a reliable source, right, of people asking complicated questions and providing you with complicated context. And you need to respond to that. So historically, the problem has existed, but you might have said the problem was moot because where am I going to get all this context from? Today, the problem is not moot because a lot of people are on ChatGPT, they are on Perplexity, they are on Claude, asking these complicated questions. And as a retailer, you need to be able to respond to that. What does that mean for the customer? What that means for the customer is going to search with longer terms, ask for more complicated things, or you're going to get that same thing sent to you from one of these large platforms. And so that's kind of the big dynamic that's kind of shifted. And so if you're a retailer and you're stuck with like a system that can answer yellow dress, but if I tell you something more complex, you just kind of shut down and die, that doesn't cut it anymore.